AI is changing everything, from how we create to how we go about our daily lives. But where is this leading humanity? In this video, we're not only exploring the future, but we're taking a ride back in time to see how similar groundbreaking innovations reshape the world in ways that no one could have predicted. So, get ready, we're about to hit 88 miles per hour and drive into a whirlwind of tech and time.
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
So what's it to you, butthead?
In the late 19th century, people heard about electricity for the very first time and were like, you want to control lightning and run it through my walls? That's a hard pass, my dude. I would rather not have my house set on fire or have an electrified doorknob. And guess what? Misinformation isn't just a modern problem. It was a full-blown epidemic back then too, especially during the epic showdown between AC/DC.
You mean like AC/DC? Oh yeah, or Metallica, yeah. That's a cool name.
AC and DC power, I mean. But anyway, Thomas Edison was the man behind DC power, and he wasn't about to let his massive investment go down the drain. So what did he do? He went all out, staging live demonstrations to show how deadly AC power could be. And by demonstrations, I mean he electrocuted innocent animals to scare the pants off the public. Yeah, pretty dark stuff. But here's the kicker. Edison's fear-mongering didn't stop progress. And despite his best efforts to shock the people into rejecting AC, the technology's advantages were far too clear to ignore, and AC became the dominant power source. Sure, his tactics worked for a while, freaking out anyone who attended his shows and stirring up the debate, but ultimately, what was best for society won out. This pattern repeated itself when the internet became widely accessible back in the 90s. And back then, the sudden ability to connect globally sparked a lot of anxiety. People were worried about their privacy, fearing that their personal information was suddenly vulnerable. Cybercrime, a new and terrifying concept, sparked fears that criminals could now steal everything from halfway across the world. And let's not forget the social upheaval. Some people were convinced that the internet would disrupt social norms, isolating individuals and destroying the traditional ways of communication and family values. And side note, remember when the dinner tables were for actual conversation and not just scrolling through your phone? I see all the boomers out there just nodding, so yeah, you just self-reported. But just like with electricity, society adapted. Regulations were established, norms evolved, and now the internet is as essential as electricity, something we can't imagine living without. The same debates that we're having now about AI echoes the fears that we've had about electricity and the internet back then. Yet, despite all of the initial fear, we integrated these new technologies into our lives in ways that have transformed the world for the better. When we look at these past groundbreaking technologies, electricity and the internet, and compare them to our current concerns with AI, it feels like we've been down this road before. We're not quite at the point where we can fully see what that new normal will look like, but history teaches us that adaptation and responsible innovation lead to progress. And it's not just those two. Think about the rise of automated machinery in factories, the telephone, television, nuclear energy.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that this sucker is nuclear?
Hey, keep rolling!
Personal computers, and even social media. Each of these innovations sparked significant fear and debate in their time, but today they're woven into the very fabric of our everyday lives. So, let's learn from the past and avoid being an Edison about it, because it's up to us to use AI responsibly, not just for our own benefit, but to ensure that its integration into society is done in a way that's fair and ethical to everybody. Another worry with AI is job loss, and it's completely natural to have these concerns. The possible impact on the world, and you personally, is no small matter, and I don't intend to make light of that. AI is advancing rapidly, taking on tasks that were once strictly human only. But if we flip through the dusty pages of history, we'll see that this isn't the first time that we've been rattled over job-stealing technology. Enter the rise of the automobile. Before gas-guzzling cars and Cybertrucks were cruising down paved roads, humanity was rolling around in wooden boxes on rickety wheels, towed by a 2,000-pound Belgian draft horse named Nancy, who had a habit of leaving presents all over the place as it slowly dragged the family to the general store. Wait, is that why it's called asphalt now? Never mind. In the early 20th century, cars started to replace horse-drawn carriages, and people were freaking out. Blacksmiths, stable hands, and carriage makers were all like,
They took our jobs! Yeah, they took our jobs! They did!
But here's another plot twist. Automobile manufacturing didn't just replace jobs, it created a ton more. Nowadays, the auto industry is a massive job generator worldwide. And I'm pretty sure assembling cars pays better than mucking out stables. And it wasn't just about making the cars. The rise of automobiles fueled jobs in oil refining, road construction, and auto repair. What? Even shipping materials and parts from factories. It became a booming business that just didn't exist before the days of those horse-drawn carriages. But could those pre-car peeps see all of this coming? Not a chance. Just like us with AI today, they couldn't have possibly predicted how this new technology was going to shape the future. The good news is, we're already seeing some pretty cool job benefits thanks to AI, both directly and indirectly. On the direct side, we've got the people who are of course creating the code that powers AI, monitoring its ethical use to make sure we're not accidentally creating Skynet, keeping our data safe with top-notch security, and working as language specialists to ensure that AI is as inclusive and accessible to everyone as possible. I think I need a language specialist right now. But it doesn't stop there. AI is also boosting jobs in other areas. Take semiconductors, for example. Those tiny chips that power our devices? Yeah, they're in higher demand than ever. And then there's the booming market for graphics cards, especially since AI needs all that processing power. We're also seeing massive growth in data centers and cloud computing, and the list just keeps going. Now that we've established that, yes, we've been here and done that with transformative technology, and no, the world didn't end despite our fears, the big question is, what do we do now? And first off, let me reiterate, don't be an Edison. We're not here to rally the village, torches in hand, and chase the AI monster back to its digital castle. Instead, we need to take a deep breath and realize that, as a society, we have the power to shape how this technology is used. While we might not be high-ranking government officials making sweeping regulations, we do have control over how we use AI in our own lives. It's up to us to use it responsibly, avoid abusing its power, and refuse to support those who do. Whether it's choosing AI tools that align with ethical standards or advocating for fair and transparent AI practices, we all have a role to play in shaping the future. Let's dive into how we can use AI to fuel our creativity without crossing the line into unethical territory. Imagine you're brainstorming some ideas. You might use ChatGPT to generate some fresh thoughts, or AI art to visualize a concept that's been floating around in your head. It's basically like having a creative assistant who never needs a coffee break.
But here's where we need to be careful. Using AI to impersonate someone, like this, might be fun for a quick laugh with friends, but it crosses into dangerous territory if it's used to deceive or to steal someone's identity.
Now, let's talk art, specifically designing a VTuber or original character. Normally, when you're working with an artist, you're scouring the internet for reference pictures to send, hoping to find something that clicks with your vision. But what if your idea is so unique that Google Images just basically shrugs at you? That's where AI art comes in. You can use AI to whip up some concepts that get close to what's in your mind, making it easier to convey than just using your words alone. But here's the trick. That AI-generated art, it's like a rough draft, a starting point, not the final destination. Take it to an artist who can bring it to life with their own flair, just like you do with any other reference image you found online. Think of AI as your creative amplifier, not a replacement for your own genius, and especially not for all of the amazing artists out there who are bringing your ideas to life for a living. It's here to help you explore, refine, and yes, sometimes even get some laughs. By using AI responsibly, we can harness its power to enhance our creativity while ensuring that the integrity of our work and the work of others remains intact. Let's shape this technology to serve our best interests, creating a future that's both innovative and ethically sound. While AI offers exciting possibilities, it's essential to stay aware of the ongoing debates and the potential risks. Proceeding with caution is key. If you care about the future of AI, staying informed and advocating for ethical practices are powerful ways we can all make a difference. And I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether you agree or disagree, or you have your own insights about AI. Let's keep the conversation respectful and focused on learning from each other. Because after all, the best discussions happen when we share different perspectives positively. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's build a constructive dialogue. And while you're at it, stay with me and watch one of the recommended videos that you see on your screen right now. And at very least, hit subscribe while you're here so I can see you again sometime soon. Later, my kitsugen.
I am the modern man
Secret, secret, I got a secret.
who hides behind a mask.
Secret, I got a secret.
So no one else can see
Secret, secret, I got a secret.
my true identity.